Warren.
Button.
Ooh, new
You lip.
picture. That's a good start. Where the fuck are we?
Okay. You all left Chittenango. The captain overheard that there was an 80K gold bounty for anybody brave enough to clear the South Island of Frasier Island, Little South Island, due to the nature of it being cursed. And when they say cursed, they mean no ship can sail the south way around Frasier Island without sinking either between the two straits of the little island and Frasier Island or even going south of it. They'd have to go way far out into more treacherous waters that is the uncharted southern part of the Olane, where most people think there's nothing, in that direction. Which generally that proves to be absolutely true, as nobody comes back from that direction, or they come back fucked up and tired and low on supplies.
The Olane's flat. You just proved it.
Classic.
Just what?
So the Olane's flat and they just fall off the edge.
Yeah. Remains to be seen for canon.
We could find out.
No.
Derail the entire
My
campaign.
DM has just subscribed.
There's no rails.
For 25-month streak. Hell yeah, thank you.
This is true. I hadn't even given you guys his bumpers. So as you are all familiar with this island, as you have encountered the kobalds there, you have come to the shore before, and you've also encountered a spooky cavern.
Hi, Gabby.
You've also attempted to break into a house that had a magical door locked and met Fios. And I think you also subsequently destroyed most of the house, except for the small magical room that he had in the house that was impervious.
Yeah.
You guys have since then left. I think you made one return visit, and the kobolds rebuffed you all again.
Yeah.
But now, hearing the 80K bonus to clear the island of the curse, as no ship is able to sail near it, you guys have decided to take it upon yourself. So here you are, sailing southwest around this tiny little island south of Frasier Island. It's jagged cliffs, overgrown lush forest on top, as you're making for the south side where the only landing spot is. Gonna give you guys a few moments of sailing of this nice, beautiful weather as clouds begin to roll in. The winds are up and billowing your sails. You guys are chugging along.
Yeah, before we...
It's calm for the moment.
Yeah. For now. Calm for now. So we're...
Roll perception.
Oh, good.
Below me.
Perception check.
Billow me balls, ye hardy yo ho.
How much better? Oh, Mask is perceiving.
Yeah, he's perceived.
Oh, Slate sees all.
This is why they're in charge of whole ships. And why we are not.
Yeah, we're just enjoying the clouds, you know?
Where's Billy Boy?
He's dead.
Got him.
Billy, do you see anything?
Tab away from Escape from Tarkov.
He says no.
I don't think he can play Tarkov at the USO.
Too many spicy memory.
Trigger a lot of spicy from everybody there.
All right, we're gonna continue on.
Yeah, he's muted indefinite.
Classic.
Oh, I did not see that.
Grenade.
All right, so yes, the 20s, the 21 and the 24s of both ships, eyes on, seeing, in pursuit at a far distance, two ships. They didn't leave Chittenango Port with y'all, but they appeared on the horizon, and they're kind of sailing in your directione, but you guys are continuing to sail to the south side of this small island.
Are they behind us?
They are very far behind you. Like, they just appeared on the horizon. That's how both you and Slate would notice from each of your respective ships. Like, see the little Little tiny white sails, like they're way, 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 way out.
Blasphemers.
So as my cartographer skills, studying their maps, would there be any reason for them to follow us if nobody goes this way? Are there trade routes? Are they looking for something? Is it acceptable to see them, or is it just weird?
I get your question, and I'm going to reiterate: nobody sails this direction
what I thought.
off
Thank you, sir.
perceiving of the cursedness of the islandness.
Yep, 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 yep,
The
yep.
cursedness.
You rolled a real fucking 12 in perception. Didn't hear what you said. Haven't perceived.
Well,
Is there any inlets ahead of us? If he's pulling out his cartography stuff, I remember. I think he had a pretty good grasp of like the island, and I want to see if there's like somewhere we can pull the ships in, hide, see if they pass by, and if not, we have a set ambush.
On the
If
west side of this small island, there is not. It's all pretty much like the jagged cliffs you see before you.
Well, what if we keep
any
going?
inlet,
I'm
it's
trying
not.
to. I'm
Huh?
not looking like in our local area. I'm looking at the whole south side of this island. I'm trying to.
no, there's nothing. There ain't shit. Because
Okay.
the southern
Yeah,
portion
you'd
of the
have to go to
island
the north
goes
side where
southwest. Yeah,
but it's all and it gets even more mountainous on the north side of this tiny little speck of island.
or around the hook on the south side.
Because yeah, the only sandy beach is on the south side.
I see a small man in this picture of the ship down there. Sorry. I see him. Look at him.
Okay.
Anyway, do we want to stop? Do we want to keep going? Yeah, I see
Let's
him.
just keep pressing, and let's see if we can figure out eventually if they get into view, like enough of a view. Let's see what kind of flags they're flying. Are they close
In the
enough where we
next
can find it from a spyglass?
very well. In the next hour, as you guys begin to see the south side of the island begin to turn, and you guys could head in that direction. The ships behind you, you almost lose them because they reef their sails and stop.
The fuck?
Have they stopped next to anything noticeable on the shore?
No, they're for all intents and purposes, they're further out to the ocean than y'all. Like they're miles away still.
They're gonna let
Maybe
us go
they're
in.
here for the bounty.
Yeah, they're gonna let us go in and get ambushed and exhaust the enemy, and they're gonna come in and swoop up the scraps because they think we're gonna die. They're gonna let us soften the target for them. That's my
Maybe.
assessment.
Or if we go in, then they hit the ships.
True.
Shut up, Kip. It might be worth going to talk to them. Thoughts?
As long as they
Or
are
either-
not displaying anything hostile when we approach.
Yeah, we can either get into this situation facing the unknown, or we turn around, we face them in open sea, figure out what's going on, use some flashy light flag signals.
Do we have the wind, or if we turn around? Are we
If you
facing?
turn around, and go at them, you'll be against the wind.
Oh, hate that.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't like that either.
Gotta leave it to the captains.
Hmm.
That's their thing.
I go back to carving stuff in the walls of my room.
I'm just the medical officer. I'm just
kidding.
I shoot Alex immediately.
Holy fuck, I just fucking did a spit take with my wine. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
All over the fucking keyboard.
I'm here
Don't
for
stay
you.
in the carpet.
I don't care where we go as long as we have the cannons prepped.
Yeah, cans are prepped. To include the merc slap.
Yes, for sure.
I think we should pull into where we're gonna go, but everyone stays on board, and we see what they do.
Maybe we set the ambush. We make it look like we went off to the shore, draw them in closer, and then they're like, "Oh no, the ships are unoccupied. It's just bare bones crew." And then we flip.
Are they within signaling distance?
No, they are specks on the horizon. Like you have to use your spyglass to see that they reef sails, because all you could see before was the little tiny white sails, and now they're like up.
All right. I think we should. I'm gonna signal the traveler shadow just to keep going to where we're going.
I
Yep.
don't think we've ever thought this much about 2 other passing ships of the night, so no need to get hung up on it now.
This is how death happens.
Typically, we just blast them with flavor.
Yep.
So
Copper
anyway, I started
blasted.
blasting.
As you
Uh,
guys begin to turn in towards the southern shore where the beach is,
Son of a beach.
clouds have moved in and created a nice little overcast grayness. In the next couple of minutes, as the beach comes within view, and the crew starts to get ready and ready whatever dinghies or skiffs y'all might want to use,
nope. Watch that shit.
horns heard as birds fly from the top of the treetops.
Boing.
That's not good.
We're not prepping it. I don't plan on going to shore today.
Your crew holds
What time
off
of
on
day is it?
preparing any skiffs. It's midday.
We're spending a night on the water, observing.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna angle guns towards the shore
Okay.
I mean, we have
and
two
just
sides of the ship.
yep. But if the other ships come, I have time to turn. If something appears on the shore, I have less time.
Here's my only crazy thought. Probably if we're going to spend the night, considering darkness is tough, and I think we should close all of the port covers on the side of the ship, even for the guns. Make sure that everybody's got their windows closed, everything closed. If something comes through the water, which we have done before,
Woken lamps out.
yeah, if they're crawling up the side of the ship, they go in where one of those cannons is poking out, they're already in.
If they get up to us without us seeing them,
I'm not talking about
we
the 2
just
ships. I'm talking about whatever's on that island that was blowing horns.
right, which is why I'd like to have guards. Like we're posting double. It's gonna be a long night.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a very diligent night.
Yeah, we got watches.
But yeah, if they do come from the water, we should definitely be hopefully try to like angle in a way where we can see it happening. And I would try to go for like an L formation, I think.
If you couldn't tell, we don't know what the enemy will be.
So we could at least
There's
see
that.
As you
3
maneuver
or
your
4
ships
sides.
into that formation, angling your one deck of guns to the shore. You see more trees. You see more birds leave the top of trees. Is what you can't hear from this distance. Suddenly, what looks like 6 logs jut out from the trees, plunge down the cliff, and run along little grooves in these cliffs, down into the beach, and submerge underwater.
Goddamn torpedoes.
What?
Huh.
Brace for
Well,
impact.
open this move. Yeah, open the sails, fucking go. Turn the ship. Get the fuck up out of here.
Are we on
Evasive
a combat map? I
maneuvers.
don't have it. I'm not on combat map. I'm on nice map.
What?
I
We're
say
not
Infinity is
on a
on night
combat map right now.
Okay. Sorry.
No. We're taking off, Rob, and I'm making a hard right turn out to sea.
Combat via narrative.
Gotcha.
The Traveler Shadow makes a hard right turn out to sea. Masked Maiden, how do you respond?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I see him move, and I'll cut out. We could stay out there, and then we
As
can
you
come in here
both
in the morning.
order your crew, the sails drop. You start spinning the wheel. You guys break formation to pull away from the shore. Out looking behind you, your crow's nests men call out figures in the water. As you get to the back of your quarterdeck and look out, you see the 6 lines converging. You see them make course corrections.
What the
Like that.
fuck? What the fuck is that?
You see these large wooden bodies moving underwater come now within 200 feet of both vessels.
Immediately
They
on
look
the
like they
Traveler's
went.
Shadow.
They
Sorry,
went
go ahead.
3 and 3, by the way.
On the Traveler's Shadow, I am calling all of the crew to arms. Sorry, I'm not waiting for you.
I'm going to give you one order, and it's for depth charges.
I already have those prepped.
Yes,
So,
sir. Fucking start hucking them.
Yep, so we set the barrels out that are ready to go off of multi-timed fuse, try to gauge the depth. 4 seconds and 8 seconds. And then we release depth charges.
Depth charges fall off the back of the Traveler's Shadow, drifting downwards, going further behind you and catching into these things. 1 explodes, 2 explodes. You notice that these things are set off course. However, to the Masked Maiden, they get so close that the ship lurches. And right before they hit, you could see clearly under the water that these things were purposely built.
These fucking bastards.
Tight.
That's baller as fuck, dude.
That
And
so
suddenly-
wouldn't work, but I love it.
What the
As
fuck?
one rams into the bottom of your ship, bubbles are heard from this side, like bloop, 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 bloop,
Oh no.
and shouts of screams from below deck are heard. As before, the second one and third one do the same. Touch-hunk, touch-hunk, bloop, 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 bloop. Screams of fire below deck is being yelled now on the Masked Maiden.
Well, fuck, put it out.
Is there, are there any more coming after us?
As you peeled away from the shore, no, you did not see any other tree logs fall into the water.
I meant, like, the ones he hit. Do they look like they're off course enough? Or are they still coming?
No, so 6 fell in, like you guys counted 6 coming down the cliff and
I
just
understand.
submerging in the water.
3 apiece.
3,
Hi, Decker.
yeah.
What effect have the
Okay.
death charges had?
Oh yeah, the ones behind you all, like you see, like one of them surfaces and rolls up belly up. The other 2 are nowhere to be seen.
Okay, then I'm gonna half sails and try to have the Masked Maiden get closer to us because I'm assuming he's behind us. I want to get near him to support.
So we can
Very
shoot
well.
them as they climb up.
We're not fighting alone. We're gonna fight together.
I need Primrose, Captain Mask, and I assume Richstorm, who are all on this vessel, to give me survival checks.
Oh
By the way,
boy.
8 crew members have died on the Masked Maiden.
Piece of
He's
shit.
open. Nope. That's not good.
Oh no! What a time for a nat one.
I told you my luck is not good.
Richstorm and Mask immediately get into action. Primrose, you are paralyzed with fear almost, as like men are coming up with burns, smoke is bellowing out from below deck, the screams of fire, the bilging is stopped because that's exactly where which deck is now just exploded in fire. As Richstorm and Captain Mask rally the brigade to start using water and trying to use the bilge pump that is now no longer under use to combat said fire, essentially not paralyzing the ship of in action, but you guys are still coasting as the Traveler's Shadow comes in near to help assess the damage. Slate and Alex, as you guys bring in close, like you see the fires coming out, like the smoke bellowing out from below his deck as they're all like rushing to put this out.
How far would you say we are at this point?
Near enough to shout, but not near enough to collide, unless you want to be.
No, but sorry, that's
No,
not
I
my
just-
decision to make. but
No, close enough.
yeah.
Want to be able to send skip over any people we have that can assist with that, and then combat detachments looking for anything coming up out of the water from whatever those things were.
So here's an idea. I'm going to. I mean, I would know my spells, but my intent is I can use catapult, and if I make a knot on the end of a rope, climb up a mast, and I catapult the knot, with the rope trailing it to the other ship to try to tie a line that we could potentially ferry people across or just quickly move people or swing across or something. But would that even be possible with catapult?
It would be, but like as you're like trying to put this together, rigging men would automatically show you like the ropes they would use for boarding action that could do just the same.
Right. So if they know how to do the boarding action, then I would just tell them to be prepared to move to the other ship. But everybody that's on that deck, I am telling them, be prepared to fire, not cannons, your flintlocks, your rifles, be prepared to fire at anything climbing up the side of that ship, but also watch our own. We have only taken out one of them, but I want everybody to be prepared to provide a volley of fire if anything's crawling up the other ship and look down at ours.
Slate, give me an investigations check.
Oh, piss! It's the one I'm bad at.
Classic.
You did better than I did.
Even though you moved out of further away from the one submarine body that floated up to the water and it's kind of just rolled over. You got a kind of a decent look at it. You can tell from the design that if it was carrying any of the kobalds, it would only have maybe room for one, possibly two if crammed, without having a.
We just get
better look at it.
kamikazed?
God.
Yep.
Fuck.
They're
If
called
it wasn't clear,
they're
yes,
called Kobold Zeros.
If
Yeah.
it wasn't clear, the way the six rolled into the water and the way they still hit all your ships, yes, they're crude torpedoes.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, I
mean,
can't wait to
even
blow up
with
this
that,
island.
I've sent out what crew can help. I'm not a woodworker. I'm not an engineer. What I can do is protect my own ship. So I've sent the people over who I know how to do the job, and I'm going to count on them to do it. While looking for any other threats from behind us, those two ships, or the shore where the torpedoes came from. Yeah, just fucking let them do their shit.
I don't know what he's rolling
The
for, but I
fire
have a
gets
feeling
put
we're
out.
dead.
The villaging continues on the Masked Maiden. After assessing the damage, your hull took 47.
I'm gonna use my I'll patch it and heal it for 20.
Do you guys continue under like half sail further away from the island, or do you guys kind of like strand your ground?
No, we're
I
flying
would
out of
like,
here.
if we're close enough to shout, if Birch and Prim maybe can take a look under the water because you guys got hit by three. Like, distinctly, that was seen by all people. Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. That means there's still two out there. I would like to know where they are. If they can help me with that. Otherwise, I'm gonna. If they say no, then I'm just, I guess, jumping in myself and taking salt water to the eyeball.
Bridgestorm and Prim, how do you respond?
Jump in.
Yeah, I can breathe.
You can't see from our side? Okay.
I can't see. I don't know what the water looks like.
You
I'm
can.
assuming it's choppy and full of fucking bullshit. So I'm asking the people who are underwater capable.
Water proficient, some would say.
Yep. It's me, proficient man.
Mm-hmm. And I will await their return.
What do I
I'll
see,
await.
Rob? Paint me a word picture.
I'll await Slate, awaiting the return of the waiters.
Oh God, we actually do have a chain of command now.
Only when shit really hits the fan.
Yeah. I'll be here. You tell me what's going on down there. You go down there so I can tell him what's going on down there. Perfect.
I'm delegating.
Ah, the real lieutenant says.
Guys, I'm minorly inconvenienced. I'm just gonna go to my quarters.
Yep.
Okay.
Check it out.
He's gonna go write about it in his captain's log.
Captain log.
I approached an island. It wasn't fun. I'm not having a great day.
I'm not having a good time.
Maybe I'm straight up not having a good time.
I was told that I was going to have a good time, and they've straight lied to me right to my face hole.
Primrose, what sea animal did you choose?
Hunter shark.
Fucking laser beams.
As the sea elf, half sea elf, and shark swim through the water, you head towards the one belly up body of the submersible. And in a searching pattern of circles, squares, however you guys want to do it, in about 11, 12 minutes times bound reaching this area, you find one of the other submersibles stuck nose down into the seabed, and you find chunks of another one completely decimated by one of the depth charges. You do indeed find 3 bodies of kobalds.
Nice.
Chunky.
The one that went nose down into the seabed floor, he was in his little compartment.
Is he dead?
He's still in the compartment?
Is it an
Yeah,
ocean
he's
gate
just
situation?
he's there. He's just dead. Arms kind
Oh,
of just floating.
okay.
Rigor mortis already set in.
No, he's
Drowned.
fine.
Classic.
And if he's still alive, just trapped in a fucking explosive.
Yep. Good.
Alright, well. We gotta make. Can your ship, like, sail normally? Or are we gonna have to, like, pull it up on land and fix this shit?
It will require fixing. He did patch it, but now his let's just say his bilge team is running a little bit more.
So we
I-
can limp to port if we need to.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
Limp
yeah,
to shore.
yeah.
Limp to
That's-
shore. Breach their caves. Murder them all.
It's night. Well, it's getting to be nighttime.
Good.
It's getting to be nighttime. It's
Then we will
still
fight in the
it's still
shade.
mid afternoon. You guys never made it to night yet. You were attacked as you guys went into formation.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Is was that location our old fort?
It was
Like,
the
we're-
only accessible beach where, yes, you were trying to build a fortification.
And no sign of the other 2 ships yet.
Just ask.
Correct. No, they reefed and stopped way far off in the horizon. So they're like, it takes you guys even longer to barely even see them on the horizon with the eyeglass now because you guys have moved further away from the shore.
Well, we can always merc slap the entire coastline if we need to.
I cast Firebolt into the air as if it was a flare. 120 feet. Pew. I want to see if I can get those other 2 ships' attention.
Oh, you do?
That's all.
Oh, you just cast fireball just up.
Yeah, like a flare.
Bolt.
Bolt.
No,
I don't have
yes.
a
You
ball.
cast a little firebolt up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the range of 120.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, that could have.
If I had Fireball this whole fucking time and I hadn't told you guys,
I would not be surprised.
it's real restraint.
So yeah, as the skies darken and you firebolt it up, a little fireball goes fizzles at the end of its range. Suddenly, from the shore, 3 more flares go up into the sky and hang for a little bit, glow a nice angry orange and red and orange in order. And then they just hang for like 30 seconds and they fizzle.
Oh, good.
Probably
We know
Ships,
what three-
however,
Will we know what 3
nothing comes.
flares means?
No.
Okay.
Well, you said that was from shore, right?
Yes, these flares came from shore, not where you saw the ships last. As
Yeah.
it gets darker and darker, it begins increasingly harder to see them at the far end of the horizon.
So that was what the kobolds responding to you.
Fuck those guys.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that, so I shoot another firebolt into the air,
Oh
but
my
I
God.
shoot it kind of at them.
You
Arms
like
toward-
angle it towards shore, or
Yeah,
do you
fuck
like
yeah.
shoot it straight across the surface?
No, it's angled. I'm gonna walk it in.
Okay, a little firebolt spell flies up into the air. Kind of does a little arc and fizzes at the end of its range.
And then they nuke
And
us.
then another brief, awkward pause. Both ships just quietly waiting as water's lapping against the hull. A single flare goes up from the beach. This time, when it reaches its periphery, it is a yellow orb of light as it hovers slowly down for 30 seconds until it dissipates.
This time I shoot one directly at them.
Spell shoots out, staying above the water, and it goes its full extended range and fizzles.
Surely nothing wrong is gonna go wrong here.
Mm.
We're still near near enough to the beach to
No,
shoot at. Okay.
no. I mean,
No,
my,
he's not reaching the beach at all. You
my
guys
range
are
of
far.
120 feet's just like fizzling
I
out.
don't know how where we are in relation to the beach anymore.
Oh, how far? What's our range?
It's well within out of cannon shot. Like it's like if you got into a skiff, it would take you like a couple hours to reach shore, but you can
I have-
still see the beach.
Have all of the flares come from the same point?
The same group of the same group of trees and the cliffs, from what you can tell from this distance. That third shot that went straight at him, you got no response.
Okay.
Like awkward moments go by, nothing happens.
All right. Well, now we know where they are.
They
Sail to
already knew
shore.
where they were.
Well, they were on the island. Wow! Congratulations. I pinpointed them.
On that shore, yes. Where
Wow,
the
you
flares
guys-
were coming.
The one where
Super
they
fucking
attacked us.
optimistic for people who don't believe in doing recon. You fuckers.
So are
We
we
definitely believe in it.
waiting out here for the night just to get kamikaze again? What's going on?
No, I think I'm gonna take the ship in.
Smart.
Let's bring him in. What's the worst that happens?
We all
We die.
die.
Kobolds.
So
Kobolds, not first.
night has fallen, so you're going to shore now.
Yep.
I'm gonna get close. Do we want to bombard the shore?
Yeah.
No.
What?
No. Why not? Why no?
Because we don't know what those flares mean.
Well, they're certainly not people.
All right.
They haven't sent anything else at us yet.
Yet.
Because we weren't close to shore.
I don't know what the range is on these stupid wooden things.
All right. I'm gonna sail back that way, and I'm gonna wait till the last possible second to turn in. And if anything comes out of those fucking trees, I'm lighting up that whole fucking beachhead.
That's fair. I'll do the same.
You will do the same. I need both of you to give me a water vehicles check with intelligence.
Piss, Rob. Pick a better.
It's
As you guys make the decision to turn the vessels and head back towards the beach under the cover of night, within 20 minutes of underway, suddenly from the waters, there are raspy shouts and a draconic nonsense
Oh boy.
as
You cut
Slate's
out.
vessel Suddenly, from the water, out in the darkest of nights, comes raspy, draconic little voices of kobolds screaming out. As suddenly the traveler shadow Wayne blasts a canoe in the water.
Oh, sweet. I did the good thing on accident.
I run to the front of the ship and I tell the crew to start shooting at them.
You take 13 hull damage from the collision.
But I'm casting Firebolt to try to create
Welcome.
some light down there so that the crew can shoot at them and take them out while they're swimming.
Boy.
Now, is this a submarine or is this a canoe?
No, it's a canoe. So like when Alex runs to the front and fucking throws out light and starts saying shoot him, like you already see like the small little pontoon canoe like gone, severed. You're already blowing past them, and there's just kobolds like drowning right now, like trying to doggy paddle, and like they're you're going long past them.
Survivors.
Like they're pretty much dead. Like the people at the front don't have a chance to shoot them.
That's fucked. That's kind of fucked.
Continue on.
Continuing on. Guys, come back.
Since I'm behind him, if there's any stragglers in the water,
Oh my god.
I'll try and see if we can pull any of them up.
Oh, you want to pull them up?
Do you speak Draconic? Do any of us?
That's
speak
not what I was expecting. I thought you were going to say run them over.
That's what
Put
I
it in reverse.
Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword.
Not my wooden boat sword.
I don't know where he's going with this, but okay.
Captain Mask, give me a charisma check. Not a save, a charisma check.
16.
You ordered your crew in a nice orderly fashion to get them ready, and you do manage to. Your crew managed to throw a rope out and get one of the struggling swimming kobolds, and you begin to pull it up.
Good.
You get this water-soaked, scaly kobold on deck. Your crew takes a defensive posture around it. He's completely unarmed as he's bewildered and still coughing up water. You see him try to stand to his feet as one of your more senior guys fucking pushes with minimum effort, reaches out with a boot, pushes the back of his leg, and makes his legs go weak, and he falls back down to his knees. What would you like to do?
Oh.
Beat the finish.
What were you guys doing coming out here to our boats? What do those flare colors mean?
I don't think he speaks.
Just responding to you.
So you weren't coming out here to be hostile.
What do you mean? We're coming out here to meet you in battle.
Yeah, well, the last ships that came out here to meet us left some fucking holes in my boat.
Of course, we're defending our lands.
Makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. I kind of wave the crew you don't need to be as defensive. Just don't angle your weapons at them, but just be around.
They do. They respond.
And I'll be like, is there a signal we can give the shore to let them know that we don't mean harm?
Lies. You always mean harm.
Mean what?
You always mean harm.
We don't. We tried to get away from these other ships that were chasing us. Sort of.
Lies.
Well, I can put you back in the water.
You
I
see him
saved you out of
look
good
over the
things.
edge. You see him look over the edge of the boat and looks at you and goes,
You want to be mercy? There's no signal you can give.
Like I said, okay, well, I pulled you up out of good faith in hopes that you could perhaps tell your men that or your crew on shore that we don't mean harm. Because let me tell you, it's going to be bad if they attack our ship again. Is there a signal we can give to them? Because if we get hit again, that entire shoreline is getting bombarded.
The only way to wave off the crew is to burn your ships on fire, which is what we were going to do.
Yeah, not doing that. Not going to set my ship on fire, that's for sure.
You all are not welcome.
Yeah, I get that. But here we are. Being
Yes,
near your
trying
shore.
to invade.
I'm not trying to invade. We're coming to see about a problem. We're investigating. It doesn't need to be violent in nature, but it can be.
You were not invited to our island.
I wasn't asking for an invitation.
Exactly, he points at you. You want to trump on our island and invade.
We're not looking to take it over. You can
Lies.
keep your island.
Your kind were not out here. Your kind has done nothing but invade islands.
I take the mask off and look at him dead in the face. You haven't seen my kind.
He points, he goes, there's your kind that walks on all four on this island. Yes, I have.
Ooh, he races. Kill him.
I wave over Mr. Jiggums.
Oh,
His
God.
kind or my kind?
You immediately see his eyes go wide and like his little kobold knees start shaking. He goes,
I have not seen of that. No six-legged black kitten with tentacles exist on this island.
Kitten.
The fact that you're not currently dead or in that water should be a good sign of at least some faith.
I got in that canoe welcoming death.
I mean, you can keep welcoming it if you want. But it won't be fast.
you see him look nervously around again. He looks at the side, the sides, the overboard, and kind of like looks back at you, and he's just like he's still kind of unsure.
Oh, don't worry. The ocean waters, the Orlane will be the least of your worries. That will not be the way that you die. I'm attempting to be peaceful with you, but you are making this somewhat difficult in questioning the intentions, which I understand because of the fact that we're not the first.
Right. Here you are, and vessels with hundreds of men folk, and he sees, Primrose, and women folk. You cannot be trusted.
He's inclusive. I like him.
Did you mean that you could row that canoe out here all by yourself?
No, there are seven of us.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason we have this many men. This ship is many more times the size of your canoe, and it needs many more men to be able to operate. The same as your canoe. I was like, it's just on a bigger scale.
And then you're coming to our island, to us kobolds, invading, making a mess,
We're here
killing us.
to talk to the residents of the island. That is all.
There's no talking. Nobody wants to talk to kobolds. We know our lot in life.
Oh.
Well, why would you? Why do you keep painting this picture of yourself? We are here to talk to you guys.
You were not asked to come here and talk to us, guys.
Correct. It's not like you could reach out to give us an invitation.
Oh, we could have if we wanted to, and we didn't.
Give us a chance to talk to you guys. We will leave peacefully, if you allow this.
You need to just leave peacefully. I can't help you. I can't give you anything except if you turn your ship into a flaming pile out here, the other kobolds on the beach will stand down and know that we have succeeded.
What if we take a skiff to the shoreline?
You will then fight on the beach.
What if we take you with us and you tell them we are not here for a fight? Will they listen to you?
You see him kind of like consider, like he puts like a little claw on his tooth, and he's like, ah. And then he looks up and sees that you've been still sailing this whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at the front of the ship and he goes,
It might not work here soon, anyhow.
and he looks at you and he kind of has a grin on his face.
Well, I will say this: we are at a definite slower pace than the Traveler's Shadow because we had to stop and pick him up.
Oh, you are, huh?
I mean, unless we're fucking hooking this guy out of the water.
Great. No, great. So at this present time, unbeknownst to the Traveler Shadow, you've even picked up a kobold and they're still going in. Slate, Alex, crew of the Traveler Shadow.
Yes.
You finally see the top of trees go glow bright as you see what looks like 3 large wooden structures just suddenly stand up, and suddenly this giant leather package just flings forward as this rain of hot fire comes arching towards you.
Fire all weapons.
Yep. Turn that bitch to the left and unload an entire salvo.
Hmm.
I look at him at this stupid.
As the kobold is like, kind of giving this half grin after looking forward, and you kind of like take a glance, you kind of just see like what looks like a cloud of redness expand in front of the Traveler Shadow and rain down on it. 2/3 of it missing it and going into the water, and then like the middle of the port and just like crashing into the sails, crashing into the ship. As hot coal rains down on the Traveler Shadow on your deck and through your sails, you take 15. The ship takes 15 bludgeoning and 21 fire. You now have fire breaking out in the rigging.
That tracks.
Cool. Well, we're obviously gonna have to stop to fix that. But the gun crews aren't gonna stop.
Oh
They're
no.
gonna fire as rapidly and as many fucking cannonballs as they possibly can.
Baby.
I would like to even inspire them if I can.
You may.
I'm
Oh,
gonna look at the kobold as this is all unfurling, and I'll be like, that's what you guys did? Well, keep your eyes trained.
As you and this kobold watch as the Traveler's Shadow turns sideways, you from your distance you can barely see the riggingmen climbing up, putting out fires, cutting like parts of the rigging that are just completely lost off. As suddenly a whole slavo of cannons are just boom, 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 and you just hear the impacts on the beach just start, cascading in the distance. And he's like,
See, there's nothing I could have given you.
Well,
Uh-huh.
you could have told us there is another way.
There is none. We're kobolds. We're going to defend the island. Everybody who comes here is a threat.
Well, you've made this into a threat now. Now tell me, do you guys understand signaling?
We have our signal.
How many different signals do you have? Other than the one we saw.
We have signals for challenge and pass, and then we have signals for letting know who's where.
How do you do the signal for pass?
Today is 1 yellow, 1 orange, followed by purple.
Do you have those flares on you?
No.
he looks down at his drenched body where like he barely even has his belt and little armor.
It's not going to work because you're not a cobalt vessel.
Yes, but how do you think they would know us knowing the signal?
Because our mission was to come out here and set you all on fire.
I love kobolds.
Then we're going ashore.
Hmm.
and you may be spared.
As the Traveler's Shadow is just fucking like, reload, fire, and then just boom, 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 boom.
It's not volley fire. It's just fire at will.
Yeah, as soon as you can. So I cast Aura of Vitality, and every 6 seconds, for as long as I need to keep this going, I'm healing everybody that I can. I'm trying to help these guys get the rigging, put out the fires, and I'm a mobile healing unit as I run around.
I like to aim for whatever the fuck through that. I'm assuming it's a fucking mangonel or some kind of catapult or something.
I'm so sorry. It wasn't in chat. Here, I'm just gonna roll it one.
It's a
Trebuchet.
Oh,
Trebuchet.
Is that how you say it? I always thought it was
Trebuchet.
as you see the 3 wooden structures that stood up,
I like
and then you guys were met by a rain of hot coal. As the as the salvos are going off, you do see these 3 wooden structures start to retract down behind the trees.
I'm aiming for them.
Direct fire.
I know they have like tree cover, but hopefully soon there won't be any trees.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't we have 9-pound balls? Are we at 12s?
I think we're 16-pound cannons. I think. Let me. Traveler Shadow. I think there's 12-pound cannons. Those are.
That's still an entire tree.
And I have, what, 18 per side?
We have brass cannons too, right?
No. Masks does.
Traveler's Shadow has them.
Oh, we do?
No, I'm sorry. The Masked Maiden has them.
Yeah, that's us thinking.
Eat smaller dicks, but you're still eating dicks.
Yeah.
What?
We do have 36 guns, right, Rob? Is that total? That doesn't
Total.
tell me.
So divide by 2 is how
Yeah,
many
18 fucking 12-pound cannons just going at whatever the fuck just tried to shoot at us. And I'll give him the dick. I'll roll it all day.
Do it. Let's do it.
If Rob needs, I don't know if I need it. I don't
need
know
it.
if they're
you would
reloading or
you
leaving.
be just constantly doing disadvantage rolls, but you are peppering the beach. You are making it up into the tree line, and you're just continuously firing. Like at this point, you've maybe shot off. Each cannon has probably fired 4 or 5 times now.
Good Christ.
That is a lot of ordnance, my friend. Holy shit.
Signal the maiden. We need the merc slap.
I fire up a firebolt in the air because I'm sure somebody else is using a real signal.
As your firebolt goes into the air, Mask, you see this. Suddenly, though, one of the guys on the side in the rigging who's just put out fire, now that the firebolt is in the air, shouts down to you Alex and Slate. More torpedoes in the water.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They made it through the fucking cannon fire?
As 2 of them strike the side of your vessel.
Oh, fucking piss!
I immediately go below deck to start helping in any way I can with my carpentry tools and skills or healing or whatever it is that I need to do. I could use many things.
We're going towards shore now. I've had enough of this bullshit.
Oh, fuck these people. Is there a big hole in our ship?
You lose 8 people as both impact, and in a similar fashion the Masked Maiden you guys do experience. They immediately impact. An explosion rings out inwards to the hull of the ship, starting a fire. Your hull takes a total of 31 damage.
I want to use my
terrible
craftsman skill. But we gotta plug it.
Yep, I know you do. I'm just keeping track of damage in my head.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do everything I can on below deck to get it to the point that we can beach the ship and go fucking ham sandwiches.
Pretty much experienced the same pain that the Masked Maiden had to. Your bilge crew immediately pauses as, ensuing chaos, men die, the fire rings out. Your guys in the rigging had just reefed the sails and got most of the fire out in the rigging, that it wasn't continuously burning up your sails. That now the fire crew has to change direction, now start fighting the fire in your hold. And if I heard correctly, Slate wants to get the ship moving towards shore. Is that true?
Yep. I'm not going to sit out here and get catapulted and torpedoed, and
Hell no.
we're not running.
Are we having issues moving?
You only have you're slow to getting off, as your sails have taken some damage, but you can get under way. Are you guys gonna beach the vessel, or are you guys gonna like come up and then skiff out?
That's the captain's choice.
We're gonna beach it because I'm not gonna have it sit in the water where they can shoot it as easily.
So
Very well.
as we get
It's just gonna be a real bitch to get back out in the water.
Oh yeah, I got a solution for that though. But as we get close to beaching, if we're having issues, if we don't feel as though we have enough speed, I don't want to do it unless I have to because it's my only level 5 spell. I will use Bigsby's hand.
No, we're gonna try to do this as gently as possible.
Just to get it up there though, because if we don't get enough, it's still going to be in a bad spot.
We have so much momentum. As soon as we get like any speed, the current can basically carry us.
If that's the case, then I won't use it. My point is,
no, save
I'm
it.
prepared to. Okay.
Save it. We're just gonna roll up there. It might be slow, but
I'm ready.
We'll get there.
If that's the case, then I will return above deck and start rallying the crew that's not putting out fires. You said 8, right?
We lost 8, so we have 186 men.
So if we're sailing directly toward the shore, nobody's manning the cannons because we can't.
You should have 101. Oh wait, shit! I don't think this.
No, we took on a lot more people.
Yeah, we took on a lot.
No,
hang on. I have it in the. I have it in the crew management.
My point is, I'm getting as many people as I can.
You're at
you only had 109. Yeah, you're down to 101 now.
I'm the only one that recruited people for my ship. You said that you didn't want any. Because you were at ideal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just anybody that's not. I thought we
cleared that up.
That there was no benefits. Weapons in hand, ready to go.
So, back to the Masked Maiden. Now that I understand what the Traveler Shadow is doing, you see that they have gone to putting their sails down, turning back in, and they're trying to go full on towards the beach. You see what looks like smoke coming out from below deck as it's coming out the cannon holes a little bit. Now those have stopped firing. You see your little Kobald captive, even more nervous. How are you following the Traveler's Shadow in?
Sort of. I'm not going to beach the ship. I'm going to keep it farther out, and we're going to skiff in. Because I see what they want to do, and I'm probably going to have to fucking pull them out. Because we haven't taken any trebuchet fire.
Right.
I'm going to take 30 of my veterans and like maybe 20 of the new guys. And they are the assault force. 50 are going to stay, clean up the ship, make sure nothing happens. Then, if we need them, they can come off the boat. But the boat's not going to be going anywhere.
What was that number again? How many are coming to
50? I have 101, right?
Yeah.
So I have 50, 51 on the boat, and 50 with me, plus Alex and me.
Oh man, this would have been a perfect introductory battle, but I'm not ready for that. Because I've completely ignored it ever since you guys turned down the last two large scale battles.
All right, you.
Damn it! That's what
How
I was
dare
thinking.
you hold
Hang
my
on.
choices against me?
No, I'm just. Don't get me wrong. I'm actually excited and tickled to hear it. I'm just like, this would have been the perfect chance to be like, cool. We're going to small unit warfare.
What the fuck?
Suck my unit. I didn't see this going this way.
No one expected the Kobald kamikaze.
Yep. And them to... Who the hell taught them to make trebuchets?
Yeah. Is this like an orc thing where they just believe it gets made?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
I
was gonna
fucking
say-
hope not.
Secretly, Rob's been rolling for their intelligence and
They have
engineering
stuff-
capability since the first time we were here.
Ugh.
All the dumb stuff that we left behind, they've just made use of it.
Oh, it's like we created ISIS. I mean,
What?
leaving
Your ship
all of our
crashes into the shallows. Bigsby's hands push its ever so up as more as
We're not
as
using
the
big
crunching of the hull under the waves is subsiding. You hear the call of war horns coming from the tree line.
Oh, yes, I direct the men to take cover here. Some of them. I will take half and you take half, Captain.
All right.
Is there a platform on top of this rock?
There is a burnt out, destroyed platform with no ladder all the way up the top of the rock. Remnants of your fortification efforts.
Cool.
Hmm.
My gird. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be real fun unless those are archers.
I think those look like archers.
Who's to say?
As you all begin to pour out the vessel, make it through the shallows, start climbing aboard, you definitely see small little kobolds with like flames nearby. You see crossbows in hands. You see slings already chucking things of coal at you all as crossbows start shooting off. The ones on the beach look to be armed with little scimitars. The ones up on the cliff have this crossbows, a little bit more padding. You see bucklers hanging on their sides as well. The ones on the beach strangely don't have that, except the ones in the south. But yeah, you guys can begin moving your crew about and having this fight. As the Masked Maiden, you see exactly what the Traveler's Shadow did. Like, they are now completely breached. You see the majority of the vessel out of the water. You see Slate Alex over the side, crew jumping in behind them as they're fucking like storming this beach. As these little tiny little fires you can pick out from the tree line, as this battle starts ensuing from where they are. And you said you're not gonna beach. You're just gonna come up in a skiff, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, we're gonna try to do this in. We're gonna do this quick down and dirty Slate and Alex. Okay, this isn't small unit warfare because I don't have the map for that for this.
It's alright, I got something for
So
this.
I'm gonna. You guys can each take a squad, and then because you said 50, there'll be 3 other crew squads without like an officer to lead them. So pretty much you guys can take a chunk of guys and each go do a separate action on this beach to fight the kobolds. So starting with Slate, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna wand of fireballs right here. I think. Let's see. 20. Let's see if I can get 20. Yep, right there. I'm gonna spend 2 charges, so it's level. What you call it? Oops, sorry.
Or
Level 4, and it's gonna be 7 d20s. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm looking
Whoa!
at 76s.
Fucking
God
pardon
damn.
me, sir.
Okay, that's a big difference.
And they have to make a deck save. I think of 15
On
or
7d20s, they don't.
20.
They're all natural 20s. Get fucked.
And then movement
DC
wise,
15,
and
yeah.
what movement wise, and what are you telling your group of guys to do?
I'm not moving, and they need to start heading, hopefully up this way.
yeah, that's the only way to get up.
I wish I
If you
could see
don't
the
remember.
map.
Right,
I don't know if
but
our
I
skiff
also
is
want.
there yet.
They don't have ranged weapons, do they?
Yeah, they do. We've been making
Probably.
shit for them the whole time. They should each have a flintlock pistol.
Well, I don't. Well, I'm not going. Okay. As long as we get to move simultaneously, because I would have them just all run up here without any support going this way.
Yeah, that was my plan, was to go to the north, simply because my token was further north.
That's fine. Yeah, you can still do that. I'm just trying to group the little group.
Oh, gotcha. Because okay, tactically, movement-wise, my, 30, 40 feet north.
But that's what I got.
All right. Let's
To move these guys around.
All right, so it's exactly that. It's exactly what I said it was. Oh, it's in the funky
Kyle. Hi. Welcome back for
measurements.
48
All right.
months.
So you've moved
That-
north to
Yep.
the other side of the rock,
Holy
and
shit,
you
4
immediately go
years?
into combat with these kobolds. This little outrider
Yes.
group. Combat ensues. I need a combat check from you. Roll me a d20. What's your charisma modifier?
Oh, come on.
What does he even know?
-1.
Oh,
Eh.
he's not
Bodied.
charismatic.
What's your intelligence modifier?
+5.
I will roll that as an artificer and right tool at the job, or whatever that ability is.
Yeah,
You
that
can
one.
use intelligence in place of this for your leadership trait to move you and that group of guys towards these kobolds to fight.
So a dirty 20. So that's a clean 15 +5, dirty 20.
You and your men get into fighting and engage the kobolds. This is going in your favor. It looks like they'll break. Slate, you have 3 other, as the ranking officer on the beach, what are the 3 other groups of crew doing?
Can I move these all at
You
once?
can even subvert one of the
fucking
groups to Alex's team.
Yep, he'll take those 2. I'll take these 3. I don't know how far I can move them, so I'm just moving them where I think they could possibly move to.
So
Can't
you
wait
get a
to be
full
able to
run of
see
60
this.
feet.
What if they I want them to fire. I want
Very
this
well,
group to use their ranged
then-
weapons to fire at these guys.
All right. Give me a d20 with your charisma mod.
Can I just give you straight charisma?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait,
Just like that?
you're not leading this group. You're because you're not part of it, so it's actually just a d20 roll.
Okay, then that is 16.
16. All right. They shoot into that group of kobolds that have defend. It looks like it takes out a couple of their numbers. You can make another check with the other group.
This will just be the d20. Hate that.
looks like that attack was ill-affected. Alex, since the other squad is now going to fall under your command, I'm just going to let you know the rule of small unit battle. A unit engaged with an enemy unit, a second unit cannot fire upon when they're in close quarter engagement like you are currently. So what would you like this group that's backing you up to do?
Can they enter the melee fray?
No. You're coming out in the same direction, so there's no flank, no way to flank.
Are they in a position to fire their ranged weapons at this group here?
They surely could.
Okay, and that's what I would do. I used to just a straight D20 because it's not my
Just a regular D20 since
not
you're
my
not
squad.
in. Yep, you're not attached to that squad. Correct. All right. I'll give you guys another round of combat, masked, as you are reefing sails and getting your skiffs ready to go ashore. You do see that there is a small battle going on the island. Is there a number of crew you would like to take with you and your 2 officers?
Nope.
Very well. You'll come
Just the
you'll come to
kobold.
shore. Just the kobold. This is gonna be great. Okay, then you'll come to shore or enter this map on the end of the next round.
I'm very nervous.
Weird. Enemies. The kobalds that are fighting Alex. Alex, give me a d20
Yes, sir.
with your intelligence.
I don't know all these commands.
Just
Fucking hit your
just put
intelligence button on the character
put your
sheet.
Oh, true. So
But
17.
12 plus 5, 17. You route these kobolds.
Fantastic.
And you
Am I allowed
suffer.
to move, or is that my turn with
No,
this?
no, no. This is their turn. 16, 13. It was pretty close. You suffer minimal loss. The kobolds that were fired on, they move down to reach you, Slate, as you guys start climbing. This group of kobolds have spears and bucklers.
Ah, bucklers.
Yep.
Do I give you the charisma now?
Yep.
Ooh,
Give
baby.
me the opposing check to meet
Charisma
on
with
defender.
dism.
Got 'em.
13. That's not great, but sure ain't a
But it
fucking
ain't a
one.
fucking one, yeah.
As much as they had the height advantage and come running down on you, the amount of times they've been shot at and fired against, they easily broke, and not a single one was able to escape on the advance.
No prisoners. No mercy.
No quarter.
Oof. You are met. Your crew, your little unit is met with some crossbow fire as you lose a few men.
Yep.
Not enough that you need to make a morale check to make sure they're retained. Now, your turn, Slate, and your little unit.
I'm gonna start out the exact same way I did last turn. You can give him the old wand of fireballs, right where I had it before. I think that hits
Oops.
all.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to say what happened on the first round of fireball. So as you upcast this fireball and blew out that whole top of the cliff, whatever little plant life was there, has gone up in cinder. The large pack of kobolds that were underneath it, when the flame lifts off, kind of look unaffected.
They've evolved into dragon newts. Impervious to fire.
You know what? Fuck them. I'll use my oath bow, but we're gonna be moving 5, 10, 15, 20.
But are they impervious to gun?
I don't have gun. All right, and you just want the charisma check for the fighting? So yes.
Yes.
Fuck. Ha!
Doesn't matter.
It's shit eaters.
Win by 8. They suffer good losses, but they are not routed yet.
So I should put there. These guys are going to take rear guard action here. I have them. Nope. But I'm done. That's me. These guys are gonna stagger a bit. Oop. More of them than I thought. And if they have ranged weapons, I want to prep them to use them against these guys down here.
Very well.
A skirmish line, if you will.
I get you. Alex, you see that your kobolds have routed from the fight and either retreated north down the beach or out into the woods. What would you like to do?
It's straight south. We're going straight south.
60
The-
feet of movement.
Target-rich environment down there.
You may move yours and your other complement of squad.
I have control.
If you
You might not
click
have
and drag
control
and
of the squad.
highlight them all, you can. Oh, I can pull them. I can pull these guys for you.
There you go.
These guys will probably come this way. Whoop. Well, now they're overlaying my men.
I think I was pulling them just as you pulled them.
All right, that's fine.
I was trying to unclick and I saw it just bleep.
Same goal. Mixed units go.
Yep. So we let out a. We're about 90 feet away, so won't be that great. But we're gonna let out a volley of fire. Both squads, volley of fire to the kobolds on the beachhead.
And these are just pistols?
They have just pistols. Yep. So I'm sure it's be a disadvantage.
It will be a disadvantage.
What do you need from me? 2d20s.
The 2d20s. Lowest one, please. Technically, I'll need 4 if your squad and your other squad are making both these attacks.
I don't know how 2d20s. One was a 12, one was a 10. So the low
So
one
if you
was
want to
a
do your
10.
squad, you got a 15. Then if you want to do another set of d20s,
All right, so that was my squad. That was a 15. Here's the not my squad.
8.
8.
And you're just focusing the ones that are on the beach, not the ones on the cliff.
Yeah, that's our intent. Is what's on the beach.
Your squad is able to take out a few.
Fantastic. It's just too much of a bottleneck to try to get up right now.
The last of the spear-wielding, buckler-wielding kobolds that are fighting your squad slate attempt to attack. 13. For what do you oppose with?
Hate and discontent.
These nuts.
They are broken. The squad moves up, it puts you in crossbow range. You suffer a few losses, not many. This unit takes shelter around this rock and begin firing crossbows into your squad, Alec.
Need
You
D20
as well. Nope, not with ranged. You can't oppose range because they're not fighting you in melee.
Right.
With you range force, you suffer minimal.
All right. And now,
No. The fucking shit. What do you call them? Heavy hitters.
Jesus.
The BAP boys.
I wouldn't say that, but it's fun that you did.
Sorry, Shannon.
She one of the boys.
She's sure as fuck is.
I'm here to kill.
Oh God!
She's all out of
When
bubblegum.
the druid
Classic.
starts a conversation of "I'm here to kill,"
I don't know why I picture her just standing with like fake watermelons under her arms, like I'm fucking yoked and just wearing a football helmet. I'm here to kill.
my God, mein God.
Mask, Richstorm, Primrose, and Kobald in tow. You bring the skiff to the shallow part of the beach. You see the battle raging on before you. What would you guys like to do as reigning officer, Captain Mask? You have first go.
I ask the kobold, where is your either leader or commander?
Wouldn't the beach be just littered with kobold bodies at this point too?
Not where they are.
Among
Right.
other things.
But they clearly see that you guys have secured a beachhead and can see that Slate Squad has moved up into the hill of
Like
the cliff.
he's on the elevation and I'm cleaning the beach.
Yeah. Like there's definitely dead kobolds behind you. Kobald in tow to you, Captain Commodore Mask responds. Issuing out orders from the base in the cavern system below.
How do you get this battle to stop? Or else we're gonna litter our way with bodies all the way to him.
Unless you speak Draconic, these kobolds will fight you. I said you'd be shown no mercy. You are
I look
invading.
at
Clearly,
him
as he
dead in his
motions
face.
to the crews, to the units. Heard you get in his face. What?
I get dead in his face. You speak Draconic.
Yeah.
So tell them. I'll motion my officers to cease if you tell them.
Persuasion check.
Oh, he's ceasing.
Deception check. You all know we're not going to listen.
Some of us will listen.
The good boys will.
I mean, you both are within eyesight, and the crew does recognize Mask as the Commodore. So you guys would be getting an order from the Commodore, and then you would have to relay the order. So you could potentially ignore the 16, which is going to be enough to convince the Kobold to try to yell out to they mean like he's gonna say in Draconic. He's gonna be like rah, rah, which is essentially like he's screaming out like they mean peace. They claim to talk, want to talk.
While he does that, I hold my hand over towards the crew over by Slate, motioning for them to cease.
As that is going to be your full round, Slate, you are within eyesight and can see this command being given. What do you do?
Slowly lower my rod of fireball.
You do see that he has a kobold with us, and the kobold is like screaming, yelling in Draconic.
I will order my men into defensive posture around this down tree, these bushes and stuff to take cover from that arrow fire.
Moving down the rank structure, Surgeon Primrose, what do you do?
I ready an ice storm, but I don't send anything until we get the signal from Captain Mask.
Okay, moving further down the rank structure, Cook, Britchstorm, what do you do?
I panic. Let's see. How far can I move?
He sounds so far away.
Is he talking?
Yes.
You
You
guys,
can
can
move.
you guys not hear me?
Not
There he is.
really.
Okay, hello, it's me. I am going to move 10, 20, 30 feet. Does this count as in water?
It's
Is it?
shallow.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'll move right here. That's me. It's my turn.
All right, Alex, what are you doing? You see the command to ceasefire being given from Mask.
We rush up to 60 feet. Weapons up. But we lower. We don't fire. We move up aggressively, but we don't fire.
And we stand down aggressively.
Yeah.
Slate, you see this group reach out. You see them run, but come to a slow as, the lead looks over down to the beach, hearing the other kobold barking.
Work.
Alex, you see the group on the beach take more shelter behind the rock as, a couple last stray bolt crossbows are launched out and whatnot from the previous valley, but the one who looks more like the leader also looks over. You see the kobold barking from the skiff that the Commodore Mask just rode in, and this one barks back in Kobald. Does anybody, or in Draconic? Does anybody here actually speak Draconic?
Yes.
I mean, I have a helm of understanding, so I mean,
Is it on you right now? Wear it on your head.
no.
Right,
Nope.
then you don't have it.
Okay.
Slate does.
So Slate does. Slate, from what you can hear being yelled at, I just somehow backed myself out. I'm like, this is fine. You hear the kobold that's with Mask being like, they mean to talk. He claims not invading. You hear the one from the beach go, "This looks a lot like invading. What are you waterlogged?"
That's a fucking pretty enlisted reaction right there.
He is
What do you
not
call
wrong.
This is
He is not wrong.
hand
I'm
gestures.
doing the invading.
Quite successfully.
The one from the beach yells out. This one held his word and said that they would, cease fire, and they have. Do you want to talk to them? The one from the beach goes, I don't know. They've kind of already killed a few of us.
They got Mike.
I want to say in Draconic, you shot all us first with fucking kamikaze boats.
The unit in front of you is fucking shocked that you just spoke in a language that they understood that was not just common, and it's like little platoon sergeant is just like, you came near our shores. This is our island. And then you hear the other one from the boat, the skiff, perch up, I've been trying to tell them that they're invading and that we don't trust them. I don't know why this one that walks on two legs that is usually on four wants to talk.
The two-legged kitty.
Response to Slate?
Oh, we didn't know you were right here. Do you shoot every ship that just passes your shore?
We have been too trusting, and we have been too isolated, that everybody who's come ashore has done some measure of damage to us. So now we do nothing but defend ourselves, as was the right bestowed to us.
You do know people talk about that kind of thing. The
Good.
world
We want to
knows.
be left alone.
Wow. Yeah, I understand that.
Mask, you can hear the draconic barking up on the cliff.
Yep.
And you can kind of make out that one of the spearman kobolds is yelling back and forth to Slate, who's kind of holding his position behind cover.
Me. come out and talk, whoever your leader is. I don't feel like talking from behind a downed tree.
The ones looking at you are like unsure, and they call out to the guy on the shore, like,
Are we doing this? Are we talking to the bipedals?
The invaders, are we talking to them?
They're bipedals. What are you?
the one behind the one behind the rock kind of like steps out a little ways more, considers
The following.
considers the unit, looks at the ship, and says,
I'll go get the Baron. Stay there. Get them off the cliff. They want to talk.
he pulls the bush aside, disappears underneath to the cave.
To be fair, we can't really go anywhere now anyway. You've ceased our movement, some would say.
That's true.
This group kind of advances and says,
You heard him.
down to the beach.
Yeah, okay. Just fucking back off.
As soon as you see the Baron, annihilate his noggin.
We're gonna
This
get
is the way.
next to the kobold that's been talking. I offer him some of my food while I sit down and wait for the Baron to come out.
I converse with Slate and I try to have the crew line up a little bit closer to the water. Try to get the officers to come up a little bit more, a little bit to the front. Bring Cat with me. I think it would be a good idea to be prepared from attack from up here if they were to situation flips, but also this bush with the cave. We know very clearly about that. Would be the main egress point from the caves for the kobolds.
They did ask us to not move, right?
They told us to get off the cliff.
Kind of. Yes. I mean, like, move, yes, a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, like, coerced.
Not too much.
You probably don't want us, like, running around, but...
Amok, some would say.
But I would definitely get up, if I have the opportunity, I would get up closer to Slate with Cat.
Yeah, Prim and Mask, you guys can move off the skiff if you want. When you also Prim, when you offer him food, he is like
Disgusted.
second guessing it, like head tilt, like
I eat
looks
some
at
of
you
it
with this, like-
myself so that he knows it's not poison.
Yeah.
Who's
he
good?
gives it a sniff. What is it? Is it just a ration?
Yeah, it's just part of my rations. If he wants it, great. If not, no big deal.
He tries it.
Big
I go,
ration.
Is it
Eh?
good?
We now have another boblin off of one ration.
Maybe.
It depends. Did he like
You
it?
see, actually, Slate and Alex, perception check if you guys are the closest to that cave.
I'd like to let the rest of the crew do stuff now.
No.
I
No,
assume
you're perceiving?
Mask and
We've
Prim
been
were staying on the
hoggy
boat.
whores.
Oh,
I
it's the
perceive
opposite
nothing.
ends of the spectrum.
Oh my god.
He's feeling
Alex
his
is
hip.
whispering sweet nothings into my ear. I'm totally ignoring him, looking at these kobolds.
I'm like, you see how many kobolds I killed? Like, why'd they stop?
Justin
the
and
captain going
Birch and
soft?
Primrose, you guys are free to move off that skiff, by the way.
Okay.
I moved off the
Move-
skiff a while
Move
ago.
about the island. Yeah.
Look at these men.
As Mass is coming up to join you two, Slate, and this is actually perfect because you understand Draconic. Alex, it just sounds like fucking
Gobbledygook.
screechy gobble. Yeah, echoing down the cave as it's like a cascade of overlapping voices. But Slate, you definitely hear arguing. Says,
You should have given a signal. We would have fired danger close to the beach. It doesn't matter. Going to talk about. This is
and then it goes quiet as this.
Hang on. You're
Entourage
kind of
comes
cutting in and out when you do
Yeah.
that voice. It is a
Yeah.
little hard to tell what you're saying.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
good.
I'm
coming out of
assuming
cave.
he said it's okay to fire danger close. Fuck those guys, is basically what I got from that.
Yeah, he said it was okay to fire danger close. We should have done it anyways. What are we going to talk about? This is our island. As then it goes quiet. As like 3 seconds later, this little entourage comes out. You see one kobold with wings and another kobold like carrying like what looks like a backpack full of like it looks like an he looks like an artificer but with like rudimentary woodworking bushcraft gear.
Oh, they have an Alex. Look at him.
Don't insult me.
Well, that explains the
It's
submarines.
just, yeah, this is like a fellow tradesman. I just want to kind of, as they walk up, it's like, it sure is your island.
The kobold goes, ha, kablam!
I'm shocked. Blast.
Yes,
One of them said,
they do have an Alex.
The winged one like takes a leap, jumps up on top of this like broken like barrel, and like perches on it, and like looks at you as you say this, and says,
Smashmith said you spoke the favored language.
Huh?
What about the
sure
rest
do.
of
and this is all in Draconic, and he goes,
What about the rest of you?
No.
well,
Well,
then it rules
if
it out
Alex
that you
wants
know.
to,
I'm sorry, continue.
unless other people want to grab some like items or whatever, I don't know how they. If I'm playing translator, that's fine, but
I would love
This
to.
Yeah, I have no idea
now,
what anybody is saying. I'm just standing here like, yes, what
I
he
have
says.
a
Yes.
strong desire to pull out my helmet of.
You would have a moment to
things.
pull out your helmet and don it to start understanding. Yes.
Okay, please.
but if they're
Mask,
talking
you
to
could
me, I'm gonna.
also Mask. You could also coerce your
Kobold to
your
translate.
hostage to translate for you if you wish.
I mean, I have two people standing literally right next to me that also speak Draconic.
Yeah, I can play translator. At least he'll know it's accurate coming from me.
That's fair.
Okay.
Right. Well, listen. He knows the kobolds know that you speak Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
It is magically imbued on me. If you maintain the conversation, I can continue to translate to the captain. They've been speaking to you the whole time. I can fill the captain in.
Either way, I would just reiterate whatever they say to me.
Yep.
I thought it was been addressed. So the one says, when you just say only if two of you can really speak it, and the winged kobold that's perched on top of this barrel goes,
Well, that rules out that you are a opposing gift from another dragon. What business do you have coming near this island?
You're attacking people, and they've started to notice. We have actually been sent here to find out what the problem is, and now we know.
Yes,
So we
it's
can
you,
go
visitor.
back. Well, we weren't visitors until you fucking shot at us. And we weren't
Near
hostile
enough.
until you shot at us. It's not, and I'm mad that you don't know the difference.
Anybody who comes here is an invader and does us harm. We have taken upon ourselves that any of you, with your nice large vessels, are enemies to our freedom and our liberties. And it is
Oh
us
God, they're
to us.
libertarians. Shoot them.
Fucking murder.
So we take what we can, and we will defend our island. We'd wish to be left alone.
And people will leave you alone if you don't keep attacking them. We can tell them what we found. And
I think it is you who doesn't understand. When people come to this island, they attack us. So we are now just being preemptive to attack anybody nearby, to keep you away.
that's not how that works. They're going to keep coming because you
And we
attack
will
them.
keep fighting.
I think if we keep fighting, you wouldn't be here.
Nonsense. We have the advantage.
For fucking now.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think you
bringing
understand how many other people are out there. You may defeat us, but you'll never kill everyone else.
We don't want to kill everyone else. We want to kill anybody who comes here.
And
Oh
if
my
you
God.
kill us, they'll just keep coming. You see how this like loops around to you not getting what you want.
You want to be left alone. How is
Yes.
that message not clear?
Yeah, well,
This is
it's
a dangerous island for anybody but us.
Why?
Because it's ours.
Urge to kill rising. All right.
They're not like the smartest, right?
I understand this, and it's trying to dumb it down in a way.
You're having an
If-
argument with like a middle schooler.
Yep. If we leave and tell people to stop coming here, people may stop coming here. I won't stop everyone, but you can't fire on people just passing by. Not everyone's out there to land on your island. Some people use this as a trade lane. Do you know what a trade lane is?
I know what trade is. What is
Okay.
lane?
It is a trail which we follow to get from one part of the world to another.
No
Past this
trail
beach,
exists on this island for your trade.
we want to go past your island. We don't want to be on it. We want to go past it. But if you attack us, well, we go past your island. We come onto your island.
So you can tell all your other ship-borne people that they can pass by, and they are not set foot on this island. And if you do come ashore, that they will understand they will be met by the full force that we will bring upon them, and rain fire!
I can do that. People may still come. I'm just asking you to wait until they get on the island.
What?
Because if you attacked someone who didn't want to come on your island, like you see, we're going in circles. You attacking
I
makes
see.
people
I'm
come
not
on
going to.
board.
We're not going to get what we want.
But
Not entirely. No one ever does. I'm asking you to use some restraint. If you see people going by, right, you know what a scout is. You've made all this. You can make this beach defensible.
Yes. Yes, we can.
All right? Just set your trebuchets a little more inland to just hit the beach. The torpedoes are a nice touch.
yeah, big fan.
I'll consider us fair. You killed some of mine. I killed some of yours. What's on this island anyway?
Us.
You're
No,
asking
I know there's more than
Kobald?
just you. What about the giant spider?
The giant spider lives in the one part of the cave. We leave the cave for that giant spider. Most of us live on this island, next to four-legged cats, large four-legged cats, and snakes, and six-legged crab-like things.
Crab.
They hunt in packs in the woods.
I want to switch back to common and ask the captain, what was our bounty for?
To come investigate what's causing all the shit on this island, which I feel
That's
like
it.
we kind of know what it is now.
I feel like we've earned 80,000 gold.
Oh yeah.
Right, we just report the exact situation. There's a horde of fucking xenophobic kobolds over here. Don't go on their island, and you'll be okay.
They say, because they say it's quote unquote cursed, and they don't. Nobody
Yeah,
comes back, which I assume is the kobolds just killing the people.
Yeah.
So if
Well,
we,
I'd like to ask them, is your island haunted? Do you know what haunted is? Are there evil
Some
things
years
here?
ago, there were bad, dangerous parts of this island, but it has not been here much longer. So now we have gone and fully explored.
Find anything interesting?
You see it like peer at you, like maybe.
you want to share? We're not here to hurt you anymore.
Anymore.
Oh
I
Now,
god.
heard there was
you're here to
something
put
here.
a trade trail through the island.
Oh no, that's why people keep wanting to pass by the island. We're here to find out why they keep getting attacked. We know that now. It's you.
Yes.
But now our curiosity is piqued.
Well, do they need
Well,
anything?
maybe
What
we want to help you.
We
If
like
there was something
exploring.
evil on the island, we could
Mm.
help you.
We can exorcise the demons.
You don't have to give us anything.
You see Bushcraft Alex Kobald step up and like
Bushcraft
wing
Alex?
I've never been more complimented and insulted in the same sentence.
the wing kobold like leans down as the guy like cups his hand and like whispers to the wing kobold, and takes another step back and like looks proud for it. And then the wing kobold like stands up straight like,
Are you saying you're trying to trade trail with us?
Mm.
Yeah, sure.
We would be interested in learning.
as he like the wing kobold like looks over at the other one and looks back, goes,
Steelcraft.
As Cat
not-
slowly walks forward.
Not
No,
steel.
not yet.
Oh,
this is your
Oh,
talent. Cat steps
steel.
forward. They all take a defensive posture, and the
then
wing kobold
sits.
starts summoning fire in their hands.
That just sits right where he is.
wait. So, you understand if you want trade, people will come here.
I do.
As they're still like looking at this like metal cat, and they're all like still like ready to attack it. And it's like looking back and forth, like,
What is this thing?
You said you wanted to trade.
Well, he can teach you how to make things.
You had mentioned steel, and I know that the resources are not available on this island to make something like this. Your creativity to make siege engines is phenomenal for such a secluded area. My knowledge vastly surpasses that, and you can see that here with my creation. But it would take a fair amount of cooperation, and as the good Captain Slate mentions, you are lacking in the significant amount of resources, and that would require the trade, or the trail
Trade trail.
for others to come through and to participate and trade with you. If we could go
Can this cat fight freely, covered in armor as it is?
very, very freely. It also explodes, and you seem to have a fascination with explosions. I like to pack it with explosives and run it into a group of enemies so that it will detonate in close proximity to them. You seem to have the same type of fascination with making things explode on your enemies.
What you're
How
saying
horrible
is
that you kill your animals in such a matter. Why would we want to trade with people who kill animals?
It is not an animal. It's a simple construct made of magic and
They
metal.
motion to it. I see a cat before me, like many of the ones on the islands, except clad in armor head to toe. Is it uncomfortable? Are you torturing it? Why? Where is that armor?
I dismiss it. It is purely magic. It is gone. It is not an animal.
The kobolds lose their tiny minds.
For you two that know Draconic, they do lose their tiny minds only in the way that the guy forget himself that you were speaking Draconic, and he issues the order that says swing at the air.
Oh,
okay.
They think it's invisible.
Okay,
this guy he walks forward like spear all the way out to where like he's got one hand on the very bottom of the shaft and just a little bit up there, just enough to swing the spear wildly in the space where Cat used to be, and then takes a step.
Sorry, I was marking the space, and I say this.
So it wasn't real.
It was a metal construct, metal and magic, and I can recreate it if you'll give me 1 minute. In 1 minute.
Bushcraft Alex Kobald steps up, whispers again to the wing kobold.
And the winged kobold now looks annoyed and says, "What magic school do you come from?"
The magic of creation and scientific exploration. I am an artificer.
The winged kobold looks back at the other kobold that has all the junk on him, and he just kind of nods his head. He goes, "Do you serve the same god?"
You cut out.
What do you say?
The winged kobold, after exchanging looks with the kobold wearing all the gear, who looks pleased with himself again and like gives him a nod, the winged kobold looks back at you and goes, "Do you what do you say? Do you commune with the same god?"
I commune with no gods. My magic is from scientific and exploration.
I'd add on the end of the translation that if you want to talk about other magic and gods, you talk to the druid.
Right. We do have other magics and faiths. My faith is purely based in what I can touch and feel and see in science. It's a magic I can teach.
The winged kobold looks back at the one with all the junk, and that guy, he no longer looks smug and is kind of like, "Oh." The winged kobold looks back and goes, "No, not interested. We would like to learn steel casting, as you call it."
Right, but I can show you steel casting,
I
and
don't
I would
think we
like
should
to
be
use
teaching
a
them
minute
that.
to use my smith's tools and recreate cat using magic and my smith's tools.
We don't care for arcane arts of procuring things of magic. We want to learn the art of making things from steel and casting steel.
Uh, I hate to rain on your parade. Iron is casted, steel is forged. Most of the
Wow.
time,
What an
very
intelligence, not wisdom thing to say.
yeah. So, but I mean, you guys know me. But
Does anyone
I
actually a smith?
I
No.
am proficient in smithing, but I'm also I'm proficient in all tools. So technically, it doesn't count. Jack of all trades, master of none. Um,
Better than
I
Master One.
yo, I could teach you some, but I think the point that everybody's trying to get to is if you allow these trails and outside groups to trade with you, there are masters of the craft that could come and teach you and show you how to improve your defenses as well as your offenses and improve your society. But you're never going to get that unless you learn how to work with other people.
Good shooting,
Play
motherfuckers.
nice.
Yeah, that too. Obviously, shooting motherfuckers doesn't respond well. We I point to Slate. We didn't respond very well to the
I think we
shooting.
responded very well.
I was yeah, I think
Yep.
it was pretty effective.
Yeah, we responded
Pretty
appropriately.
efficient. Yeah, we didn't respond favorably in your favor. In our favor, we're doing pretty fucking great.
Birch and Prim, do you guys have anything you want to talk to them about, or?
I can't.
I don't
understand
understand
what's
Draconic.
going on. I'm just sitting
I'm
there
translating
smiling.
to you guys as a group.
Oh,
I mean, if I'm talking, he's translating, and if he's talking, I'm translating.
Can I
Trying to-
slowly move up while eating my ration?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you
Without
just
them,
don't go past
like-
Captain Mask.
Yeah, no, I'm just right here,
I will continue to smile.
still eating.
A
And
pillar
this
of
man
goodness.
that's smiling can cook. He will woo you with his food.
Ah, yes, I love it when my shipmates just say I'll work for free. Fuck it, yeah, I'll cook you some shit. No,
No.
it's too late now.
You're
Nope.
just so wonderful.
Don't use that.
I just appreciate you.
I appreciate you appreciating me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Prim, what were you saying?
Oh,
Are you fucking going up to them?
I'm just, I got close enough to be able to hear the translations.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I haven't forgot the first thing you said. You are going to go back and tell people to not come to my island.
Well,
Your
yeah.
your wooden ship, the large sails, is stuck. I propose that if you stay to the island to unstick your ship, he, as he points to Alex, teaches us steel. And in that time being, considering how well that might go, and when you leave, if nobody comes back to this island willingly, perhaps you can return and we can later talk about additional trade trails, but not through the island, only to this beach. Can that be understood?
Yeah, it's called a port where we come from.
Yeah, that's great. I need to collect some stuff off of our ship, and you seem to have a significant amount of charcoal here. Burning coals. Do you have a forge somewhere I can heat the charcoal and iron? And I will show you how to meld and mix charcoal and iron.
Maybe show the smart one.
Yeah, I'm like pointing at the what is it, a bushcraft Alex.
I would specifically tell the Baron that he's going to work with Alex's little kobold counterpart there.
Yep.
Also, this spider that sits in one part of the cave. You said there was something funky going on down there, yes?
Oh,
and
can
it
we kill
stopped.
it?
And
there
I'm
was
saying
a
it
part of the
stopped.
island. There was a part of an island of this island that had another cave structure that was strange, and we just left it alone. But in the year, possibly some time ago, like a year or two, it is suddenly not so strange.
And we go look.
No, I just said you'll have to be stuck to this beach.
What if I said, come on?
Come on.
That tracks.
What else would you have to give besides steel?
Well, what if we made it not strange for them? So that
I hand them. I show them one of my pistols.
You're gonna give them a gun?
Yeah.
What do we want with a stick? Is this a wand?
I shoot it, just up into the air.
You will teach us to make these?
I mean, in the agreement that you will not kill the passing ships.
You can trade for these.
Yeah, trade for them.
You will bring us these.
People will bring you these if you ask them.
No.
As long as you have.
The agreement is with you and you alone.
Oh, that's
not that. Nope. We got too much shit to do.
We're not traders per se.
How do you expect us to trade if you go out and tell people not to come to this island?
We'll tell them you're not going to shoot at them if they come to this beach and trade with you. As long as you have something to trade.
But you just agreed that if people come to this beach, we can attack them with the trebuchets.
You can if they're not here to trade, if they're here to do harm.
Anybody who has come here has given us nothing but harm.
But what if
How
we
would
made
we
up
tell
a
the
signal?
difference?
What if we made up a signal? What if you use flares for signals?
What if you show them how to make a port?
What if we
That's
make
what
a
we're
port
saying.
and we make a signal and we tell other traders, people who want to come here and trade, what they have for you. We start with the flag, and if you see a vessel flying this flag or using flares, because we know you like flares, if they use flares, you let them approach. And if you don't let them approach, we know exactly what's going on in this island, and we call the full fucking goddamn force of every fucking friend that we have onto this place to level it into nothing but rubble and your own fucking guts. But
see, you threaten us.
No, I didn't. I said if you
That's
don't
a threat.
Respect. I said, what? How is that a threat? I said if you don't respect the signal. We'll even
And what do we get if you don't respect us?
You could fucking mass murder him.
Aha! Threats!
That's what? If someone comes here under a false flag, meaning you harm, you have every right to defend yourself. If they come here and they show you the correct signal, whether it's an orange flare or a red flare, and you allow them to trade with you, then there's no threat. Both parties are agreeing to take a risk and to trust each other. But if a random ship sails to your island, to your shores, to your sand, no flag, no flare, no signal, you
Not
have
at this port.
not in this port, you have every right to defend yourself. That's how every other island in the Olane does it. It's all about the signals. And if you show a peaceful signal, you give them a chance.
Also, we'll start small. We won't send everybody all at once. We'll start with
Oh.
just some people.
Yep. Probably the closest people. Keep it private for a while. Test the waters, so to speak.
This is all a little complicated. I will bring this to the king. In the meantime, you stay on this beach. You unstuck your ship. You teach him steal.
I cannot teach steel on the beach.
Why?
And this voice comes from the guy with the backpack. This your kobold equivalent.
My Bushmaster bro.
Yeah.
I need a forge. And I step
I think
forward.
you have to explain what a forge is.
I need heat, fire, stone. I know that you have it. I would like to enter your caves, myself and my metal creation, and teach you. All I need to retrieve...
As you get that 5 feet, they immediately go back to hostilities.
Okay, and
The
then
fire
I
comes out.
immediately step back. I only need to retrieve some supplies and materials from my ship.
This guy comes up to the wing kobold and says,
Go ask the king about the complexity of trade trial. I will take this one only to the cave, and only this one.
and he points to your Cat, and he goes,
Your animal that you torture stays here.
Oh God.
Wow, this took a turn.
Well, they're a simple folk.
They are a simple folk. 2-syllable words at most. At that point, I reach into Cat's inventory and I grab the 10 sticks of dynamite.
Oh,
Throw it in my bag of holding. And then I just leave Cat here, the
Oh,
sad
boy.
sentinel. Poor baby. Poor metal non-feeling. And then I think about all of the ethereal creation that my sister summons into battle as cannon fodder.
I love on them when they
And
are
I'm like,
still
are we
there.
bad people?
Mine are Fey creations.
And mine is a
Yours
magical...
is metal.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going in there and you're getting supplies and whatnot, you can keep Cat with me.
I keep Cat with my sister. Okay. And I ask him for charcoal, and I show him the iron ingots that I have that I retrieved off of the ship. I show him how hot to heat it, to get the... Well, I'm not a fucking smith. Adam, am not a smith, but steel is a combination of carbon and iron. And I show him how. Using charcoal as the source of carbon, and iron, how to smelt them together into a mixture and create steel.
while he goes into the cave with Duda to come out, the wing kobold comes back after about like 30 minutes. So what do you guys do with the crew until then?
just tell him to chill out. Tell him to act friendly, you know?
Huh? All my hot
So when the winged
chocolate's
kobold
gone.
comes back out, he looks around and he points to Slate and he goes, "I have an answer for you from King."
Her blam. No. It's just
Yeah, well, fucking tell me, I guess.
Answer from King.
We will agree that when you leave, you'll go tell people. But first trade trial with you, you bring back sticks that shoot the projectile.
arrow.
Many, many.
You're giving the kobolds guns?
We want to see how you approach. The way you approach will be every other way everybody else must approach trade. And we will always tell the last person who leaves us what we will take on the next trade.
Yeah, boy.
Can you do this?
I meet your king?
Not
I
this
don't
visit,
know.
but maybe the next. The king doesn't leave the cave.
That's fair.
Is the king a kobold?
What this?
Is he one of you?
No.
Well, what do you mean? What is
your
kobold?
king? Is your king one of you?
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Existential kobold. I like it. It's all deep and shit.
Well, on this island, our king is not us. Our king leads us.
What the fuck is
Uh-huh.
it then?
But he's not your
A kobold.
species.
No, he is more powerful than us. Thus, he is king.
What
Huh.
the fuck is it?
What is he?
He's king.
All right.
That's all you're getting.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
I told you, man. 2-syllable words at most.
I was using a lot of ones.
Oh, my Lanta.
Well. Tell the crew to fucking pack it up.
Wait, do you agree though to the terms?
Yeah, I'll bring guns.
Right?
And then he says, so after you agree,
He says, then maybe on your next visit, before showing you king, perhaps we will show some of you the cave that was cursed.
I like how he like enunciates. Not all. Some.
I'm gonna throw him the pistol, my pistol, and tell him give it to his king.
This can
Kobolds
be
with
done.
guns.
Thank you for your gift. Remember, you are to remain on this beach while you unstick your ship.
Okay.
That's where the ship is, so.
Yeah. It's pretty fair to unstick a thing that's stuck.
Do you want my
and the winged
help
kobold retreats
unsticking it?
back inside the.
Mask, your friend Kobold kind of looks at you and says, I go? Am I free?
Sorry, I'm back.
Sure. Just don't cause any trouble
What did I miss?
for us.
I will.
Is this
Thank
the
you for
kobold
pulling
that
me
you
out of.
guys... Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for pulling me out of the water.
Question mark.
Hey, what's his name?
He turns around and says, "Thank you for your dry snack."
You're welcome. What's your name?
My name? You care about my name?
Yes, new friend.
I'm Heathrow.
Hi, Heathrow. I'm Primrose.
Nice to meet you, Primrose. Were you born in the roses?
No, more like bushes.
Damn right
but
she
thanks.
was. Fucking perfect woman.
You're in a cave.
You telepathically.
Thank you, Primrose.
Bro. I hope he's well.
And he goes and joins the rest of them, and you can tell that they kind of like elbow him as they kind of don't treat him very nice. They kind of like don't trust him, and you see them kind of like argue for their for Slate. They're like, "You came with like Intraconic." They're like, "You came with them." They're like, "They pulled me out of the water. They wanted to come communicate. You can be a spy now." What? I'm not going to spy for them. I don't even know what else they want. And you hear something about the king will decide, and he goes inside the cave with one of the guys with the
Oh,
like.
I'm
spear
gonna
and shield.
yell after him. If you hurt him, I don't bring guns.
The guy that was about to pull him into the cave like turns back and says, "I'm not going to hurt him. The king will decide if he is spy for you."
That's dumb.
That's
That's
dumb.
us being safe and defending ourselves.
I don't like it. But I also can't debate it.
And with that, they disappear.
Poor Heathrow.
Anything besides unsticking the traveler's shadow that you guys want to try attempt to? You, by the way, the beach and like the woods, like if you haven't known, like surrounded. You are surrounded. They're keeping their distance.
Mary.
Well, I mean, once we're ready to go, I can control water to help get the boat back out.
Yeah, can you ride like?
I can bring up the water so that it's easier.
Ooh. Well then, fucking let's do that. Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Well, we might want to get on the ship before I do that because they might want to get a little bit further up. I don't want to cause any trouble right after us
Oh,
parlaying.
yeah, I'll tell them to back off the beach a bit as we load up.
The ones north and south of the beach kind of keep their distance and do back up. The ones on the cliff stay, but all these guys around the rock cropping and outside the cave entrance kind of like hold their ground. And they were like, "We'll be fine."
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking load these nerds back up and let Prim do her thing.
Go for it. Oh, you don't even have to do anything. Just boom.
I just try to bring up the water so that we can get the hell out. That's bright now. What the fuck?
Awesome.
You can make a whirlpool?
Yes. Well, I wasn't expecting kobolds. I was ready for like ship to ship battle.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
wasn't
would
ready
work on
for
a
whatever
ship.
the fuck this was.
Yeah, me neither. I did way too much talking.
No, you did just the right amount.
Yeah.
You really steered the conversation.
No, thank you.
Alex, as you finish teaching them steel, and you begin to walk out, your eyes have adjusted a little bit to the darkness and like how low they keep it. Why don't you give me a perception check to see what you notice on the walkout?
With my dark vision,
Yeah.
I noticed nothing, but I don't know what this roll is going to be. Nothing.
He notices
He's
nothing.
fucking blind.
No, I'm just like explaining like
Easily
the whole.
distracted.
Yeah, no, like my intent during this time while I'm working, and I don't know if this is possible, so correct me if I'm wrong. While I'm working with this kobold artificer, I would like to assess his level or skill level as a artificer, if that's if that class exists or whatever. Like, what is his level capability?
Is he good
Give
enough
me-
to train? Pretty much what
Give
that
me
comes
both a
down to.
persuasion and an investigation check. We're gonna take like the aggregate out of this.
Wow.
All right. So as you explain steel to him, and he makes you do it, and then he tells you to watch him as he does it. And over the course of how long this takes, as you strike up other conversations, you watch how he acts, you watch how he takes care of his gear, you see how he uses his own tools. He doesn't use the rudimentary smithy tools that they already have in there for iron. You understand that this guy probably has a better intellect than the wing kobold who was speaking. Like, I don't know if it's charisma based, intelligent based, or whatnot that was different. But you understand that this guy actually can use a couple of big words. You understand that he understands like watching you more than just talking to you, but he doesn't. He hasn't asked for clarification for a lot of words that you would expect. As
Right.
you know, you heard stuff like when Slate said trade route, and it's like a trail, but
Trail,
the other
yeah.
guy just hung onto it like trade trail. Okay, trade trail. But he's pretty smart and capable. Does he? But however, comma, it doesn't look like he's using magic. Like he looks like he's actually built everything that he's going to use.
Okay.
It doesn't look like he's going to build an item and it's going to shoot a fireball. He looks
So,
like
like-
he's actually going to build an item that would launch something that would create fire and like.
Right. So more of an artisan craftsman than a magically fueled craftsman. I
Okay.
wouldn't give him artisan level, but like, brick and mortar, hammer and nail kind of a craftsman.
Right. Like when you build something to do catapult, like it's going to magically do catapult in its action, whereas he would build something that's just going to actually catapult it but in a smaller size.
So I offer him a gift.
Okay.
And I think it's right tool for the job. I'm trying to find it. But I know that using the tools that I have, I can create any other tool kit. Using the thieves tools or carpenter tools that I have in my hand, I can create another set of tools, non-magical, with no expiration time unless I use it again. It is right tool for the job. Yep. And I use that to create him a kit of smithing tools, like perfectly crafted smithing tools. And I show him this is the industry standard. These are the tools that I use. I will leave this with you as a gift. I will not take these away from you unless it is an emergency. And I will make
And
that
that's
pledge.
when he says, that's when he kind of looks at you and goes, if I'm using these tools and they disappear from you, it might not bode well for you on the return.
And I understand that. And this is what we call an agreement
It
of
would be,
trust.
you're giving a gift and taking it from me.
I
And
have
that
no
would not be
intention of
kind.
taking it from you. And I would
But you said that you could.
I can, and the only reason that I would is in a dire emergency. I have all the tools Alex, can handle. The only reason I would ever take these away from you would be a dire emergency, and I understand the repercussions that it would put a significant damper on any future relations that other traders have with this island, and that it would have a significant impact on our return
Then
to
let
this
me
island.
abate your fears. My Baron made a deal with your Baron on behalf of all of us. I make deal with you. When you return, you bring me set that won't disappear.
Absolutely. That is a wonderful deal.
And then I will speak to the Baron and the King. Perhaps you can come see the spooky place that is no longer spooky.
No longer.
Fantastic.
Because we made
I
it no longer spooky.
may have many tool sets on my ship. I don't track my inventory on the ship. If I can find one on my ship that I can give to you, I may have many craftsman's toolkits on my ship. Would you consider that to be a fair trade?
He looks at the tools that you just like produced. He goes, I want a copy of these.
Okay. If you'll allow me to check my ship, I will see what tools I have and what I can offer you for raw material.
Doesn't sound like you're giving me these tools.
I'm leaving these tools with you right now.
On the return trip, though, you will bring these tools again that won't disappear.
Yes, absolutely. The smithing tools.
Good. That is an agreement.
We are in agreement.
Good.
Oh my god.
I will walk you out.
I took 50 pounds of iron, and I'm gonna subtract
From them?
No. From my ship, I have 94 pounds of iron
Oh my god.
in trade goods. I took 50 pounds. I probably only use 5. I leave the rest with him.
He walks you out. He thanks you. He doesn't like acknowledge that you left more material because like they've got a stack of raw ore, iron ore already. But
Oh, I didn't know they had that available on this island.
yeah, you could definitely tell like where he marches you. Like there's a mining operation somewhere
Okay.
else in this cave.
I ask him what other metals are available to him out of genuine curiosity. Not that I would tell anyone, that I will gladly pass or willingly fail any kind of a check to tell him I have no intention of telling other people. It is my
You asked-
genuine
You said metals.
other ores, raw
Yeah.
materials.
So he would tell you that they have found silver and copper.
I would tell him to protect the silver and to protect the copper, that there are other things that can be done with the metals, but that some seek those metals for trade, and they are willing to kill for trade. But to protect those mining operations.
I will pass this along to the Baron, and we'll be careful with all future trades, depending on how our first trade goes.
And a quick tip on trades, just in passing, like as we're walking down the hallway, never tell who you're trading with how much money you have.
We're not going to tell anybody what we have.
That's great until they ask. And if you think it's a reasonable amount, then you come to an agreement. But you don't ever start a conversation of trade with, I have, X amount of silver, X pounds of silver or coins, and I can, what can I get for that? Never start a trade that way.
It was not the deal the Baron gave to your other Baron. No, we said what we would trade with on all subsequent trades.
I
And
understand.
you agreed.
We agreed. I just hope to see a fruitful trade between you and other passing ships and other passing peoples. And I don't want you to ever feel as though you are being duped. You are an intelligent creature. And I thank you for the time that you have given me to teach you.
It is appreciative to learn, Steel.
I can teach you many other things that do not require magic. Hopefully, upon my return, I will bring you many tools, and we can talk more.
I want these tools.
I will bring you these tools, but there are many more tools that can create many more things. But when we travel, we also collect a lot of interesting foods. Are there any foods that your people are without or would like to experience?
The island gives us all that we need for food. We will tell you what we want in trade. Do not worry. Worry about your next visit.
As he gets you to the cave mouth, and he points to Slate and he goes,
Baron, this one talks too much.
That's not uncommonly known.
as you guys are reunited on the beach.
Just forgot here.
Glad to see you're safe.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I like, fucking find these people agreeable. I take them on as an apprentice, but a little bit more knowledgeable than Pella.
What?
As you hear him come up
I
from
think
the
Pella's
Pella,
plenty
you're beautiful, you're
knowledgeable.
wonderful, and I love you, but
Yes.
know your strengths, buddy.
Aw. No, it's 9 o'clock. Well, we found out why everything was, disappearing.
Are we back on the ship, or is that like where the session ends?
I assumed you skipped it back to the boat because Slate said, let's get the fuck out of here.
I tell everyone. God damn it. fuck we created this situation. We attacked the first time, came back the second time, and they were far more fortified. We come back the third time, they started creating shit. They know what to do. This is a fuck.
What?
They have created all of this out of an act of desperation.
I mean, yeah. Kind of the, necessity is the mother of all invention.
It's just, as much as I love blowing shit up and making things go boom, unlike the situation at the previous location, I'm glad that we were able to come to dialogue.
Does this mean you can't use the right tool for the job until you come back here?
Yeah, but I mean, we're not far from another port, and I say we just sail back to the other port, grab a bunch of toolkits, and drop them off.
But we also owe them guns, apparently, according to Slate.
Well, I mean, if I have enough time...
They never said when or how many, so...
No, we do have to keep our word, because we're not gonna...
Said it was like, what, 7 days sailing? How long did it take us to sail from the previous port over here?
From Chittenango down to this island, it took you like half a day.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean,
well,
have to come back to do the flare thing so that we officiate how to do the flare thing for them, because that's what they wanted.
I agree. I think that if we could make a quick go to Chittenango, I'll take a little bit. Yeah, get repairs. I'll take my time. I'll devote all of my time to crafting as many pistols as I can during that time. Yeah, and then we come back, we drop off the tools, we do the flare thing. Well, first we do the flare thing.
Yeah.
Drop off the tools, we drop off a couple flintlocks, and we make good on this deal, and try to broker an understanding. And I think that when we talked to the speaker, I can't remember her title when we were in the underwater.
The prime speaker, yeah.
And the prime speaker informed us that the Sahagen are just another branch of a family, and maybe they're more primal, and maybe they're a little bit more detached from society, but that conversation made me start to think and realize that maybe some of the species here are threatened by the invasion of species like us. And I don't know if a lot of other people, I mean, the first 2 times that we visited this island, we came under the pretense that we were going to be attacked, and we met that force equally, if not excessively. And it's just got me thinking that maybe there is a piece to be had here. And if we can continue to make good on our word and introduce trade and broker deals between different species, different islands, different societies, there may be more profitable. There are things that they know that I don't know. All of his creations were purely mechanical and not magically influenced, and I have to commend him on that. And for a species that the last time that we visited, they were incredibly primitive, their rate and growth in knowledge is phenomenal. And I say that only to say that it is incredibly interesting to me, and I think that there's more to be gained from these primitive species in the terms of knowledge and cultural sharing versus the known evils, the known bads that we have in this world, the slavers and the intelligent community who goes around doing terrible things. But I think that we need to take a completely different approach when we meet a quote-unquote, not to belittle them, but a primitive species in our eyes. Maybe not through violence initially, but to try to broker deals like this.
Yeah, I'm all for making new friends, especially with, the more unknown species. And if the merfolk can have Daggertooth, why can't the kobolds have the spooky island off of Frasier Island? Also, the place that they were referring I'm pretty sure was the spooky, the dungeon that we cleared out that had Like they mentioned, oh, about a year back, it stopped being so spooky. Yeah, that's because we fucking went through.
That's because we fucking stormed the hallways like the T-1000.
Yeah, just like
you know.
they've been attacked. That was us, but we also cleared out the spooky dungeon. That was also us. So.
Also, I mentioned I would like to say that if we make good on this deal, and to pique everyone's curiosity, if we make good on this deal with the tools, the kobold, my counterpart, so to say, has said that he would speak to the Baron and the King about us visiting the spider.
Yeah, the Mystery King. I don't know why you guys want to visit that spider so bad. Maybe that's the king. I don't know. But
I think we were robbed the opportunity to completely eviscerate an enemy force.
Nope, I gotta see what it is.
I think the communication is much better. I think that we should fully see this deal through so that we don't have to worry about this area again. We're gonna get our money, hopefully, to at least pay for the fucking repairs that we got destroyed by a bunch of submersible
and 80,000 is a lot, and I think that potentially, and we have a little bit of time to spare as we collect ourselves, and it's not a far sale. If we sell a Chittenango, collect ourselves, make good on the tools, the raw materials, and sail back, I think that that's going to open up more dialogue. And then I think that a third return trip, and I know that everybody's itching to get out to sea. If we could rapidly make a third return trip and broker a deal to introduce a new trade partner, and if we are there to help segue this new trade partner in with the flares, to show everybody how it's done, and they see a friendly face, and try to help, and I'm 100% hand-holding and nurturing here to nurture this between the two, our common races and the kobolds. It may be genuinely beneficial for us to spend a couple days going back and forth, go collect our money, collect the weapons and the tools, come back solo, make good on the deal that we said that we were going to do, talk to them about introducing new trade partners, see how they feel about that, sail back to Chittenango, see if we can find another ship that's willing to come over here and broker trade. We have enough of a reputation to stand on that we've sailed and returned.
I'm worried about two things. One, by the time that we head back to Chittenango, there is still that mystery, those mystery ships, right? And considering we only saw white, I am worried that they are white with a blue feather on it. I don't know. They were too far to see, right? But they were also there. And not to mention, the closest place is Chittenango, which is a Meresian port. I don't know how the Meresians will react to a bunch of kobolds wanting to trade.
Oh, and I understand that, and I'm spitballing.
Very concerned.
Yeah, spitballing based off of knowns and unknowns here, and the unknown factors are really going to drive the situation. We can make plans for days, but if you want to make God laugh, make a plan.
Yeah, well, our boats are going to be limping over back to Chittenango, so the one thing that we're going to have to worry about immediately once we start up next week is, boom, those two mystery ships. So.
Absolutely, and we limp back, and guns out, ready to go. Crew ready for some sweet revenge.
We'll see. But that's next week.
Exciting
next
stuff.
week on Dragon Please Ball Z.
No.
Oh, GG, guys. That was fun.
Never expected so much diplomacy out of this group.
Yeah, dude, that's our thing.
So proud. So proud of the growth we've had.
I killed them all.
What was
ready to if I had gotten the order.
The one sentence you said this whole session? I'm here to kill.
I'm ready to kill.
You, the least violent of all of us, showed up ready for murder.
Yeah, well, by the time that I got to shore, I had been watching you guys murder each other back and forth. That's all I got to see from
you. Actually,
sea.
and your ship took the first losses, saw us turn around and open fire. You saw the trebuchet. You saw us disembark, bodies falling on the beach, you know what I mean?
So I was ready, but for better or worse, my character will listen to Captain Mask's orders, and he said, "Don't hit him," so I didn't hit him.
Ooh, this was I will say that as a player piloting a character, like after the last parlay with my uncle in the balance, I was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready for the stupidity.
What if we unleash kobolds on them?
But that's also like the tactical advantage is like, we haven't mastered the trebuchet, and I never thought of loading a trebuchet with burning coal,
Yeah, you can learn from them. Great.
Exactly, a knowledge sharing.
And you have a counterpart here, isn't that nice? And I
Yeah,
got to meet Heathrow, so that was cool.
I say we bring them
Dry
cheese.
snacks.
Introduce them to animal heraldry for husbandry.
Well, they already don't trust you with your animal caretaking because you admitted to blowing up cats.
Yeah, but I don't
We'll
think
have to show them how.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's really good.
Once they understand the tactical advantage of being able to blow up a cat in combat, I think that they'll understand.
Yeah, I think they still see it as an animal. Alright, well, on that note, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks for playing. This was fun.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah. Alright. That was a good time. I didn't talk much this one. I'm glad that we got to let Slate take the reins for a little bit. That was pretty good. And then Alex got his counterpart. I think it went well, other than our ships getting fucking shreked by a bunch of submersible kobalds. That was weird. Didn't expect that. Wasn't ready for that at all. So my spells were not set for whatever the fuck that was. So, talking it out, good idea. Hope to see you guys next week. Our schedule has been changed again a little bit. So I believe next week is Wednesday, 6:30 to 6:40. I'm going to say 6:45 p.m. EST. And then after that, it'll be Thursday again. And then Wednesday and Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday until it inevitably changes. So we'll see. Have a great week, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye.